All right, so Coach Christopher Nimley is back and he is back for good. I know. Say enkro for epenasempa how can no majority of Ghanaians feeling ye. A section of Ghanaians they are not in support of Coach Christopher Nimley and Sama Oka, but our man is back on Sporty FM. Enra interview exclusive one etoja wa abra committee Fifi Bansen na o reveal and some Epl Blasters Otto Addo the technical staff empo Blasters budget anybody 2 World Cup qualifiers Honorable Kofi Adams still untimi fa budget na emeto abonten ni nyina Coach Christopher Nimley ebo ho komo na enkomo no edu pomponso bi a awusua ekoba se Otto Addo save some Ghanaian journalist bi a chese onkoye omodwuma some Ghanaian journalist bi onkoye adwuma e Germany se anye Otto Addo a enka German police arrest sa journalist no eyense bebre na etodwa ye de mu nkomo no eba besom all platform we so enu nti no bomodin se obetam chuku na obe like video no edi amame one Blasters defender eba be pm Epl onimu eye player pay be ne ho nkomo eba besom message oba so subscribe like de pia share na obinya bi entie o drop o comment eno beboa amame betena se a me sa be ka odin no na manam so asend shout out no edi ama oba bibia wo bia enu nti no stick and stay, don't go anywhere. Yenwa mu na yeni nkomo akra e this side na ansa ne yebekọ Coach Christopher Nimley akache no yenika enyi sa transfer update to FMFO na interesting news eba chese Blasters defender Abronte team eri Terry Yegbe na Abronte wo si na kan Edma Esbok and Abronte we ebo adwuma na reporter eye good news eba na chese 3 Epl clubs 3 top Epl clubs are interested say ombesane Abronte no na sa clubs ne ebien ho ayeketwa ewom. First on the list Brighton Hove Albion Omaya Crado say ombesane Abronte no oto so Crystal Palace almost Crado so ombenya another Ghanaian we be see akan edi amomo. Then John Pinsto team Fulham almost keenly interested say ombesane Abronte no na according to reporter Eban say Brighton yoma fomu die bi ombetimi aye na omama Abronte na buna ketem every Esbok we see akan Edema Brighton now so assistance no reporter Eban say Crystal Palace any Fulham for na only the race say ombesane Terry Yegbe eti say ne dia busia kamia kwa say ye ya benya another player ye Blasters player obo adwuma edi ama one of the Epl clubs and also good news ye de enkomo no edi ema so Terry Yegbe all the way to the Epl and also good news party abusia which of the clubs na Terry Yegbe ekwa ebeboa Brighton ye say Brighton one club bia omotete young players omotete players emombe ye pabene pa Crystal Palace and also good because we've seen some players almost akan omoye Ghanaians almost akan or Crystal Palace. We've seen players John Prince to Esiakan Edema Fulham pen. We know say these clubs ni nyina no clubs omoye in support of Ghanaian players and as omope Ghanaian players asem. Eti one kasa at the comment section no mamentonka which of the 3 clubs and Abronte Terry Yegbe Blasters defender okwa ebeboa na development no etimi akoso for me ni de okwa Brighton ekabepe wonso adwenche ene say fato comment section wo emame na abusua yanko ni enkotie Coach Christopher Nimley ninsem auditu dwa efa Blasters budget Honorable Kofi Adams as oya ne Ghana for as nokredi bia sheda MPM ewo ni ministry no akache ensemebre na okaye yanko ni enkotie Coach ninsem okaye edefa Blasters Otto Addo and Honorable Kofi Adams
Blasters, I mean, we've criticized them quite well enough. Yeah. But in the last 2 games, there was a complete changeover where every Ghanaian felt that let's put the criticisms aside a bit and let's show them some love.
That's right.
I mean, we all want to go to the World Cup. Definitely. We didn't make it to AFCON. It's fine. It's past and it's gone.
It's gone.
December, when AFCON is being played, we won't be there.
We won't watch.
But we cannot afford not to qualify for World Cup. Because if you don't go to December's tournament, you're not going to summer's tournament as well. 2 tournaments within that period, huge tournaments, global tournaments.
Unthinkable.
It's unthinkable. So Ghanaians decided that let's rally round, put everything behind us, and support the team. It was well deserved, wasn't it?
It was. Look, rightfully so. Like you write it, even in life, once it's gone, it's gone. I cannot go back and fix whatever happened yesterday. but I can look at my situation today and make sure I don't commit the same mistake tomorrow. And better myself, give myself a better opportunity for things to work out. This is our team. Let nobody attempt to treat the Black Stars as if it doesn't belong to the people of Ghana. So there are times that when the people of Ghana speak, you need to listen.
Yeah.
When you are being put in charge to take care and manage our team, you show us absolute respect. When you are speaking to us, we must sense the humility in your voice. We must sense the truthfulness of the situation in your voice. When you take our team out there and we get embarrassed, being the one at the forefront, when you come and you are speaking to us, we must see the pain in your face. Now look, I wish it had not happened this way.
Yeah. Some remorse.
Some remorse must be clear. That is one thing that has always been lacking with Keto Kreku and his management. That aside, I stated here today, I'll continue to say it everywhere I've gone. All of us who were calling for the sacking of Coach Otto Addo and his technical team, we were right in our decision. Uncle Fee, if you are the one in charge of the FA, you sack him for not qualifying to the AFCON. You sack him.
Of course.
I know you sack him.
Part of his KPIs.
He's gone. Only God knows the clauses in his contract. Only God knows. They decided to keep him. But it's come at a cost. For keeping him, we have a 15, 16 member technical team. I look at them and say, when we qualify for the World Cup, you multiply that by 2. It's not done anywhere. So everything has been done practically to make sure Otto succeed. Rightfully so. But it is coming at the expense of the taxpayer. We will support our team in thick and thin. We don't need anybody to remind us to support our team. I love watching Thomas Partey play. I love watching Jordan Ayew play. I love watching the Black Stars play. Because that's, for some of us, we have benefited from the Black Stars doing well when we're outside of this country.
Yeah.
I personally benefited. There were times during the 2010 World Cup when you step out on the street of Johnson City in the US, whatever you are buying, if you brand yourself Ghanaian, whatever you take is free. I'm telling you what I'm saying, because I benefited. So you don't joke with me. If you joke with the Black Stars, you feel me good.
You
feel me very, very good. So I'm sure Otto Addo, John Pencil, and the rest, they felt my presence. They felt me good. I don't hate them. I want them to succeed. The job comes with a certain standard. You meet up to the standard, you stay. You don't meet up, you get out. Because that's the way it is everywhere. So, absolutely brilliant that some of us were calling for a psychologist to be introduced in this team for years. The FA president at the time didn't see the need. He had turned himself into a psychologist. The least said about him, the better. We saw the way he went at the players in a very unprofessional manner at Alisa Hotel. It backfired. And for me, I blame Otto Addo, because a proper coach in his own right
would
have never allowed that to happen. Not in front of the cameras. Jesus Christ. Then you don't know what you are doing as a coach.
I think that conversation was not supposed to be on camera.
That is what I'm saying.
You're supposed to, because you see, even with the coaches who train like Pep and all those people, they say worst things to the players in the dressing room.
Yes.
But they're not meant for the cameras.
They're not meant for the cameras.
So whoever recorded that conversation and put it out there, whether deliberate or inadvertent, did a very big this thing to the GFA president.
That's right.
Because it was not meant.
He ordered. He made them record it. I say that emphatically here.
How do you know that?
No, but he told his camera people to do it. He even instructed them to publish it on YouTube.
How do you know that?
I know that for a fact. They cannot come and deny it.
You have evidence of that?
Kreku, wherever he is, if he's truthful, like I know he is, will not deny what I'm saying. Because that thing would have never been recorded if he had not permitted them to record.
Because
He permitted them.
It was shocking.
And the thing was put on the FA YouTube page. That's where we all got it from, isn't it? And you don't put it there without the FA president knowledge, or else you lose your job.
Yeah.
But the one who did that still has a job at the FA.
Well, so that's implying.
So by implication, he orchestrated that, thinking that. Because I remember when the video first came out, some people were okay with it. Look, if he had won those 2 games, the man would have been a hero. But some of us who understand the way football is done, the way you talk to players, and the way you need to draw them closer, even in difficult times, we quickly came out and we condemned it. So no, you don't do that. It's wrong. You could have done that, but not in front of the cameras.
Yeah.
So, and the players themselves, if they know it was not in front of the cameras,
They would have been okay.
they would have been very, very okay and move on. It's like a father disciplining his children. It's allowed in our Ghanaian culture. It's allowed. So the Black Stars have done so very, very well. But Uncle Fee, there's something I'm not happy about.
Which is?
I'm not happy with the Minister of Sports and what's the name? Recreation. Look, we don't need Honorable Kofi Adams to remind us how expensive it is to take care of the Black Stars. We don't need that. What we need from him as Ghanaians is to be very transparent and very, very accountable. Ngofi, we still don't know how much money was spent on the team. It's unacceptable. For me, if His Excellency John Dramani Mahama speaks at the State of the Nation address, and you are a minister and you do otherwise, you are fired. Elsewhere, in other jurisdiction, he's sacked. So by extension, I sit here today and I say that he's not fired because the president has endorsed his action. It's so sad and it's unacceptable. And that is a dangerous ground. That route is so dangerous for him as a sports minister. The resetting agenda includes accountability. Without a doubt, if you listen to the way the president speaks, and you see, there are so many people on the waiting list too. This is for 4 years. This president is gone. If you don't do as he says, you are sacked. The NDC, as a political party, as a government, has got capable people. My favorite for that position was Honorable Nimley van der Poel. I don't hide it. Not that I've spoken to Nimley personally, I don't hide it. But when Kofi Adams Honorable got the job, I spoke to some of his past students, and I said, oh, okay, so the man will actually do the job. I'm very disappointed in the manner in which he's...
There are things that perhaps I cannot put it out there. There are things I can't put it out there. But at the time it was happening, first of all, the ministry didn't have a budget. There had been no budget for the ministry.
When the Black Stars came out, that is not true.
That's true.
That is not true.
I'm saying that's true.
That's not true.
There was no budget for the Black Stars.
Then
for the ministry.
Okay. No, I mean for the ministry.
For the ministry.
What they was. But
yes.
Just before you continue. The Black Stars is the only national asset that allows the sitting government to go into our consolidated fund.
That's why I'm saying that there are things I can't put out.
I understand. I now understand where you're coming
That's
from.
why I'm saying there are things I can't put out there.
I now understand where you're coming
because
from.
At the time that the Black Stars were playing those 2 games,
That's right.
There was no budget for the ministry.
For the ministry. That's true. That's true.
I can also, the bit I can put out there is that whatever budget that was put out by the FA to the ministry. Okay.
The figure is gargantuan.
No, not really.
No, it is.
No, it's not really.
For 2 games?
It's not really.
I know the figure.
Whatever figure they put out there was not what was given to them.
So we need to know.
That's what I'm saying that.
You see, when you do these things.
That's what I'm saying that.
You see, when you,
Chris, that's what I'm saying that. If they asked for a certain amount, right? The FA came with the budget for a certain amount.
Which was big.
Right? What they got for the 2 games.
That's right.
Was far lesser than what was given to them.
You see, it has taken this discussion.
That's why I'm saying that it is not in my place.
I understand. But it has taken this discussion for you to now tell the people of Ghana that.
Because at the appropriate time.
They brought A
Yes.
And they got D.
Because the minister has, from what I understand, he will put it out there.
But it's taking too long.
No. There's a reason why. But he will put it out there. Some people have said, why didn't he put it out there before the matches? Which would have disrupted a lot of problems.
No.
It would have.
Uncle Fee.
I haven't ever seen in anywhere in this world where a national team is going to play a match and they have put out their budget before the game.
It's always done.
I haven't seen it before. In England, I haven't seen it. In Spain, I haven't seen it. In Nigeria, I haven't seen it. They put the budget after spending.
No.
Because there's a way a lot of things happen after the games.
No.
So that's why I'm saying that from where I sit, okay, there are a lot of things perhaps I may be privy to that I can't put out.
You're not the right person to say.
I'm not the right person to say.
That's right.
But if I am given the permission
to say it,
I will say it.
Okay, so going forward, for the sake of Ghana, it has to be said, and said very quick.
Oh, he will say it.
We finished the game.
Yeah. He will say
it. Now, we still don't know how much.
He will say it. He will put it out there.
So, for those of us who want him to succeed, we want to be able to support him in thick and thin. The reason why technically odd we are not pushing, because our team won those 2 games.
Yeah.
Look, believe you me, if we had lost, the fire would have compelled.
Oh, they would have called for it. Yes.
Yes. So, don't wait when it doesn't go your way. Establish a trend. When you establish that trend, good or bad, we know this is the trend. So those of us who are true footballing people,
I'm happy you've brought this conversation up, because maybe
that's right.
After this conversation, after this show, I'll be able to let you know a couple more things.
That's right.
That may alter your position a little bit.
Me, it is the figure I want.
No. Don't worry about that. That may alter your position a little bit.
That's right.
Okay, because Chris.
Goofy, I know. So let's move on. Okay, so but the bottom line is,
yes, I get you.
It's the taxpayers.
I get you absolutely.
It's our money.
I get you absolutely.
Whatever is spent on our team, we need to know. Because we were here when we hear people going to share $100,000, which I maintain they did not deserve. 1 bit, 1 second.
Now I won't happen again.
They did not deserve.
It won't happen.
We were here when somebody said he fed people for 12 to 15 days and 15 million euros. Come on, man. What was that? You don't do that.
ID cards were for...
What was that?
4.5
up to
million.
now.
$4.5 million.
Up to now. We've not had the breakdown. Then the people are working, they're walking freely on the street of Ghana. If I, the ordinary man, were to do that, but now I'm behind bars.
Yeah,
not being given the chance to see my family, my wife and my beautiful children. Not being given the chance to, not being able to walk freely on the street of Ghana. But people are able to exploit our resources, and yesterday they go scot-free. You don't do that. So look, the Black Stars have started so well, but a bit of caution. The job is not done. There are 4 very important games that we need to play.
Yeah.
We are just 3 points ahead of our second place team.
Is it 3 or 5?
It's 3.
It's 3.
Yeah, it was 5, but they beat Chad, so they reduced the deficit to 3. So it is 3 points. 3 points is just a game.
Yeah.
If you look at Thomas Partey, Jordan Ayew, Jiku, the experienced players in the team, I believe sincerely that will be their last tournament. Some of these things, when I start saying this, people don't agree. Jordan is 33, soon to be 34. By the World Cup, he'll be 35. The next major tournament, he's 36, 37. Football, you can't cheat nature. When he hits, and for him, I maintain he's using his true age to play. So when it begins to reflect,
it will show.
So the experienced boys in the team now understand how important the World Cup.
I was going to
like I'm saying, some of the experienced players in the team, this obviously will be their last tournament. And so they clearly understands the value of it. And how important it is to the people of God. So I'm happy that Otto Addo's demeanor has changed. He's now speaking the language of Ghana. He's not going to the press conferences and telling the journalists that his peers or those he seek advice from are Jurgen Klopp and co. If every journalist were to ask him a question, he sits down, listen, and answer appropriately.
I found myself in a meeting sometime.
That's right.
Where they were all there.
That's right.
And it was a very frank conversation.
That's right.
And I pulled him aside after the meeting.
Yeah, I know you do that.
And had a conversation with him.
Say it as it is to him.
You know, and I said to him that we are journalists.
That's right.
Sometimes we ask you a question and we are not looking for the answer.
Exactly.
We are looking for your body language.
It's as simple as that.
And we are looking for your mannerisms. And we are looking at your temperament.
Exactly.
But we are not looking for the answer.
At all. At all.
The answer, we know already the answer.
But we want to see how you
want to see your temperament. So he looked at me and said, really? I said, yeah. It's not every journalist who asks you a question and is looking for the answer. We already know the answers. And then the confidentiality between you and your players.
It should remain as such.
It should remain as such.
It should remain as such.
You know, I said to him, Otto, me, I don't hate you. Because the truth be told, he's helped me before.
There you go.
He's helped me
He's even
before.
forgotten about it.
He didn't even remember.
Exactly.
He helped me in 2005.
That's right.
Okay, 2005. Mm-hmm. I went to do a documentary in Germany.
That's right.
At that time, Isaac Boache was in Armenia, Bielefeld.
Yeah.
So I went to Germany with my crew, my TV crew.
That's right.
We're in Europe doing African and Ghanaian players in Europe before the World Cup in 2006.
That's right.
So I went to Germany. On our way back, we went to Dortmund. We did him in Dortmund. And on our way back, we went to Bielefeld. Went to do Isaac Boache in Bielefeld. But when we left Bielefeld, whilst we were on the train coming back to Cologne, then our tickets expired overnight.
Wow.
And we went on the train. And you know the German police?
Yeah, they'll pull you out.
They pull you out. So we got to Dortmund train station and they pulled us out. And then they said, why are we using expired tickets on the flight, on the train? And we said, we went to Bielefeld to do an interview. We are Ghanaian journalists. So, you know, they started searching our bags. They saw cameras and all that. So when they saw the journalists, then they became cautious.
Yeah, that's right.
But they had pulled us out of the train to the police station in Dortmund.
Exactly.
And they were attempting to put us in cells. And Nimley, mine, it was freezing.
I understand.
You know, so the only thing that came to mind was they wanted to check our passports. We had left our passports in Bonn. Bonn, we were living with my cousin Loving C from Kumasi, Loving C. He was in Deutsche Welle at the time. So he went into our bags, checked our passports, gave them the details. They checked in the police station and saw that we had visas. We were okay. But then they didn't want to release us. So I picked up my phone and I called Otto.
Wow.
Yes. And Otto drove. At that time, he was playing for Dortmund.
Exactly.
So he drove to the police station. And so when they saw him, they decided taking pictures with him and stuff. And he told them that we are his guys. We're in Ghana. We are Ghanaians. We are journalists, blah, 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 blah. So the police gave us new tickets.
So someone like that.
Yes.
Why wouldn't you pray for him to succeed?
So you see, when I was telling him that story, he said, wow.
He cannot.
Alright, so ensem no na wonya bia wutie na abusuan coach Christopher Nimley and or reveal ensem ene emu arrest nyina no wonya bi etie Otto Addo wo ye fine gentleman just say performance ni enkoyi a na Ghana for a blast na akasanti eno so ensem a etodwa e ho no bo abra coach Christopher Nimley ekopiem all Sporty FM no ne Fifi Bansen ekopo enkomo exclusive interview pa na wonya bia wutie